Hello and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to my Game of Thrones Legends mobile game content. So I'm really glad you could be with me today. There was something that I wanted to look at and kind of revisit again, because on my Discord, I keep seeing lots of people still asking about best techniques to get the most out of your looting. And because energy is precious, you know that energy refreshes at a certain rate, and when you use it, it's gone and you can't play. And if you buy it with gold, which is a smart play, one of the best uses for gold, see one of my other videos in my playlist about why that is so. But you understand that your energy and the time you invest into farming for certain things is precious. So if you watch my content, you know that I'm that guy that's always about efficiency. I'm always talking about ways to be the most efficient that you can be, because that's kind of my thing. A lot of times I do that for people that want to play these games and kind of have a free-to-play focus, so that they can kind of understand where I'm coming from with that. But today I want to talk about some good looting techniques. And for me to set this up, I'm going to need to buy a little energy so that I can have enough to do some battles, so that I can show you what I'm talking about. So I want to set this up by showing you where I'm at, so you'll understand why I'm going about this in the manner that I am. So right now I just unlocked a 5th star on Daenerys yesterday. And I'm at a place where her skill can go up to level 7, but I do not have the skill books for it. So that means I'm going to have to farm skill books. I need the Apprentice Strategist skill book, and I need, 23 to be able to get the 80 I need to skill her up. So that's something I'm going to have to go farm for. But to be the most efficient that I can be with the energy that I'm going to spend doing this, I want to also show you another little technique and kind of a trick that I utilize to make the most of my farming time. So another thing that I need besides the skill books is I still need a couple pieces of epic gear for certain characters. Okay, so if you look at my Jon Snow, he's part of my Legendary Assault Ice team. I'm still working on him. I have, let's see how many, one piece of gear that is not full subclass for me, an epic subclass piece for this character. So what I need to do is I still need to get that traveled piece that goes in that slot on the left where the glove is. I need that traveled piece, okay? So while I'm farming Daenerys for Daenerys' skill books, I'm going to also keep in mind when I see treasure chests, I need to pay attention to what style they are, because I need two things. I need skill books, which is what I'm actually going for the most, but I still need gear for that character. So if I just mindlessly plow through these battles on the one that is designed for strategist, if you'll look right there above the treasure chest, you'll see that chapter 1 is designed for strategist gear, strategist drops for gear, and strategist skill book drops. If you pay attention to that, you know that that's the chapter you want to farm to get your skill book drops. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. And obviously there are 3 different difficulties on which to farm. You may find yourself in a different place than where I am, because you may be a lower level and you may need to farm an easier battle. So either farm hard or treacherous. There's a choice there, and I'll explain to you why I choose treacherous every time. Because normal is not an option. Epic gear does not drop in normal mode. Epic skill books and epic gear does not drop there, so that's a waste of time. Unless you have to clear it to complete this part of the campaign, that's the only reason you should ever be playing in normal. You either need to be playing in hard or you need to be playing in Treacherous, because that is the two modes where the epic gear can drop. I choose Treacherous because I'm already on the easiest battle I can do, chapter 1, so it's going to go fast, but it also has a certain cost involved. And for me, the cost of the battle on Treacherous is 4 energy. You can see at the bottom of the screen. If I was to do it on hard, it would be 4 energy. So for me, if I'm farming this mode, it's going to cost me the same every battle just to farm it on Treacherous. And the result is I'm going to get more silver, more XP, more food, and more iron on this mode because Treacherous drops a higher rate of resources. So that's why I choose Treacherous. For you, you may choose something different. But what I want to do is go ahead and show you a little trick that I utilize. And I'm going to have to do a few battles to get it to happen. But we need to pay attention to our gear chest and our skill book chests, okay? Because whenever a silver one appears, I'm going to show you a little trick. One of the things I always want to do is put it on ×2 so it's fast, and put it on auto so it can just play itself. And then I can go do the dishes so that I can pay for my credit card bill debt, or I can go make a sandwich if I'm hungry, or I can go do something else in a different game like Age of Empires Mobile. I'm playing that right now. So just keep farming over and over. Just keep pushing the buttons and just keep going. What you're looking for is you're looking for a silver chest to appear, because those are the ones that give you the epic skill book and the epic gear if you're looking for it. But right now I'm purposefully farming for epic skill books. So I'm looking for that. Okay, and this is the situation that I did not want to happen first. I wanted an epic chest to appear for skill books so I could just show you that I got an epic skill book. But right now I'm faced with a choice, okay? I need epic skill books, so I'm going to go ahead and do this mode to get epic skill books. But let's say that on this result for this battle, I had a chest pop up that was a knight's gear chest, but I did not have an epic skill book chest pop up. At that time, I would choose to go out and go to a fighter specific battle. Let me find one that is the lowest that I can go and do that battle there, because that knight chest appears in every single one, and this is the lowest chapter that I can look for fighter gear in. And being I'm farming for skill books in the other chapter, when a epic chest appears, go to the other chapter that you need the epic gear for and do it there. Just do this one real quick, get that piece of epic gear for the fighter, because you may get lucky and get that drop you need. And wouldn't that be so cool if I got it while I was doing this video? But you may get the epic piece of gear that you need to drop in this one. And then when your epic gear chest goes away, go back to farming your skill books again until you get epic skill book drops. Okay, so that was the sword. I don't know if that's one I needed or not. I'll have to check that later. This one takes just a tiny bit longer than chapter 1 because it's just a little bit harder. Okay, so that's sellsword, so that's not the class I was looking for. So now you can see that my gear chest has reset back to normal. So that's my cue to go back to my skill book farming again. Now let's farm some more battles until a skill book chest pops up. Now when a skill book chest pops up, you just stay where you're at because that's what you're trying to get. But when an epic gear chest pops up, bounce to the other chapter that is slated for the type of gear you're trying to find to kit out your other character. Do it there and then come back here. And that, okay, see, I got another one. So now I'm going to go back to that battle and do it, because that is where I get the chance to get that piece of gear that I need. It didn't drop an epic skill book in the strategist chapter that I was in, so it's no big deal to bounce to another one because I'm not losing an epic skill book, but I'm gaining a chance to have a piece of epic gear drop that I need for my fighter class. So this is my trick for you for effective farming. Don't just go into the battles and just mindlessly over and over and over skill book farm and just waste those chances that you get at a strategist piece of gear if you don't need strategist gear. Bounce over to the chapter that you actually need. Now see there, look, I got a skill book on this one, but I do not need the skill book for this class. So I go back to my chapter 1 and always just focus on 1 through 6 because those are the easiest chapters. They will be able to be done the quickest, and then they also have the lowest cost for energy, so you can get more chances to get more books, and that's just smart. Why would you do a battle for 10 energy and only get 1 book out of it when you could do 2 at a lower energy cost and have a chance to get 2? So you're doubling your odds for a lower cost. So now we're going to go back to doing the book in the strategist, and this is just rinse and repeat. Just keep doing this. Like right there, you see I got my book I needed. Let's see what the next result is on the loot chests, and that will determine where we go. Ideally, I'm focused on trying to get strategist books, but every time the opportunity presents itself to get that piece of fighter gear, I'm going to bounce and go get it. But right now I'm staying here because here's my next epic skill book that I need. And you just keep on going in this manner over and over and over. And this is one of the techniques to have effective farming. Now I do have one other trick that I'm not going to share at this time because I could make a separate video on that for another trick to get more epic chests to spawn on. And looky there, there's another skill book. A little trick on how to get more epic chests to spawn for either skill books or gear, but I'm going to save that for another video. And if you guys are interested in having that video made, then hit me up in the comments and say, hey, I want that video on how to get more epic chests to spawn, because I decided it was time to revisit this because people are still asking about it in my Discord community, and you'll see a link in the description of my video. We have over 400 members, and people still ask about this when we discuss the game daily. You know, how do I get better loot? What are techniques for me to find that epic gear I need? How do I get this epic skill book so that I need? What's the most effective way? You know, so it's obvious that I needed to revisit this topic because it's been over 2 months since I made my other video, one of my first videos on how to get good loot. They've changed the looting process since then, so I wanted to present you with some updated information. So thank you for watching my content today. I really appreciate you being here. I know that you have 10 million other things in your life you could be doing just like me, but you chose to spend that time with me, and I really appreciate that. I just want you to know that I do appreciate your time. I want to give a shout out to my Discord community and tell you guys that I love you. You're awesome. Keep up the awesome work on trying to analyze this game and break down the tips and tricks and sharing with each other, and we'll keep having an awesome community. If you're interested in joining a Discord community that wants to talk about this game and others like Age of Empires Mobile and stuff like that, my YouTube channel is obviously mobile gaming focused, so feel free to join that Discord community and hang out with us. If you found this content entertaining, please think about giving a small content creator some love and drop a subscribe and a like and share it around to your friends so we can get this content out there for your friends to see and learn how to play the game better and be better. So I hope you have a great day today, and I'll be talking to you soon. Tomorrow I'm going to be posting another really banger video on some new content drops, so stay tuned for that. Talk to you later. Have a